Good morning, all empathic, sensitive souls. How is everyone today? It's a Monday, start of a new week. Time to hit the road running. I have a hard time with that today. I'm tired. I had an okay weekend, and if I really look at it, it was an awesome weekend. But I'm feeling out of sorts and I'm feeling blah today. But I have to cheer myself on. I have to get up, get ready, get going, hit the floor. We can do it. This week, I want to talk about maintaining perspective. We've already discussed positive self talk. We've talked about setting goals and celebrating them, small goals, big goals, just setting a goal, achieving your goal, celebrating that win, practicing gratitude, being thankful for what you have. Every night when I say my prayers, I'm always saying thank you for everything that I have. Thank you for everything you've given me and shown me and taught me. And I know I'm a work in progress. And just thank you. Just to be grateful to be alive. Be grateful to be here. Yeah, there's some downers. I've got some downers coming up this week. I have a funeral to attend to, and I'm not looking forward to it. It's a celebration, but yet it's deep sadness, but yet happiness at the same time, and it's really confusing when it's a funeral like that. But I practice gratitude because I'm so thankful I've had the time with her and for as long as we did. A self-care routine. When I'm feeling down in the dumps and sad, I don't want to take care of myself. I don't even want to take a darn shower. But sometimes that first initial step sets it into motion and you start feeling better after you take the shower. Sometimes you don't, but at least you're clean. Practicing mindfulness and meditation, deep breathing, stress techniques to help lower that stress. I listen to a lot of guided meditation. I listen to a lot of meditation that whatever is in the music helps reduce your stress levels, whether it's a certain megahertz or just the tones or the sounds. It helps me to relax. We talked about building a support system, reaching out to others that can help you. That's always beneficial. Somebody who will listen to you and cheer you on when you don't feel like being cheered on. Excuse me, I have allergies are kicking in right now. Celebrate your achievements. Reflect on what you have done, what you've accomplished, and give yourself a reward. An atta girl. You can do it. And just look back and see how far you've come. Not look back and see all the trials and tribulations, but that you've overcome them. That's the important thing. Continuous learning and growth. It helps to develop a new skill. And once you've not necessarily mastered the skill, but tried the skill, celebrate it. Embrace the challenges that come your way. Look at them as opportunities for growth rather than an obstacle. This week we're talking about maintaining perspective. Think about the bigger picture. The bigger picture of your life. Your long-term goals. And getting there. You've survived 100% of your days. That's amazing. When you look at your long-term goals, yeah, you'll have setbacks. Everybody has setbacks. But you don't have to be bogged down by that setback because you've come this far. Look how far you've come. And then when you are stressed out, just accept it because stress is part of life. Everybody has stress. Some people just carry it better than others. Some people hide it. Some people work their way through it, release it, let it go, and continue on. Tackle each of the stressors as they come your way. And a lot of the stress is our own internal dialogue. Trying to talk ourselves down off the ledge, trying to positively talk to ourselves to get our energy level up, trying to quiet that inner critic. That's where a lot of our stress comes from. And we see how we want our life to be, and our life isn't there, and we think we're failures. But why? Why do we always compare ourselves? Well, so and so did it by the age of 40, so and so did it by the age of 25, so and so. But that's their timeline, not your timeline. Think of the bigger picture of your entirety of life. If you live to be 100 and you're only 50, you're only halfway through. When you look at a child and they're a year old and they're just walking and babbling, you don't say, oh, well, they're a failure. No, you encourage them, continue. You work with them. You teach them. Why don't we do that to ourselves? Why aren't we our own cheerleader? Why do we look outside of ourselves to find our happiness, to find our purpose, to find ourselves? We should be our own best friend. Now, am I guilty of not being nice to myself? Oh, yeah, I'm working on it. There's days where I don't want to get out of bed. And then if I get out of bed, I hit the recliner and I don't want to get out of the recliner. I don't want to do anything. And I know if I would just take that first step and start, I would feel better mentally. Trying to keep my perspective on, I don't really want to do my dishes, but I know I got to do them, and they're going to be there tomorrow, so I might as well just do them. But the bigger picture is, I know if I don't do them, it's going to be a bigger mess by the time I get to them. So not to stress myself out, I just do them. And I accept that I'm going to be stressed while doing them because I really don't want to do them. And I have to learn to accept all those stressors as being part of life. And doing the dishes is a very simplistic thought pattern. But if you apply that to all the main things going on in your life. Now, I don't want to hit a deer on the way to or from work. But if I did, I know I have to call the tow truck, I have to call the police department, I have to call my body shop, or I have to call somebody to give me a ride. I have to then plan or find a new vehicle or find rides to work. I know all the steps I need to take. Now, if I've never hit a deer or have been around anyone that's ever hit a deer, I would be freaking out because I don't know what steps to take. And sometimes life is like that. Sometimes life is, you just have to believe in yourself and take that step and trust that everything will turn out the way it's supposed to. Not the way you think it's going to be, because sometimes that doesn't happen. But to trust in ourselves that we know what is best for us. We know what we need to do to achieve that goal. I'm not fond of stress. I don't like stress. But I've learned to, when I start having a panic and high stress, to breathe through it, to do visualizations, to listen to class. For me, it's classical music. Some people like classic rock. Some people like Gregorian chanting. Whatever. Just something to help lower that stress level so you can think clearly. Being an intuitive emotional healer gives me tools and techniques to help myself, but also to help others. If you need to talk to someone, which is where we had that support system a couple weeks ago, you can talk to me. I'm more than happy to listen. I'm more than happy to, because I'm a step removed, to give you a different perspective or have you go down the path of a different perspective. I try not to stay locked in my own brain of this is the way it is and this is the way it's always going to be and there's no change when I myself can change. I change my thinking around it and things start to change. I hope that's helpful on a Monday morning. Thinking of a bigger picture and accepting that life has ups and downs and we all have stresses and we don't have to be bogged down by them. We can work our way through them. And sometimes you need help working your way through. Put it in the comment if you need to talk to me, if you want to work with me, if you want to discuss whatever trial and tribulation you're going through and work on the emotions so you can clear your brain and think. And you'd be amazed at the solutions you could come up with to any problem. You'd be amazed at how clear your vision or your goal comes in your mind. When you start to remove the excess chatter, the excess overwhelming emotion, especially fear, for me it's fear, it helps to tamp them down so you can think clearly. If that's something you're interested in, let me know. I hope you have a fantastic week. I will check in on Wednesday and see how everyone is doing. Bye for now.